This video I'll be looking at a game I played as Lightning versus England 6. Lightning has good tools to face off against England, so it's not as much of a terrible matchup as some of the other spirits. I'm not sure exactly what the best board is for Lightning. I did beat England on board A as Vital Strength, so I think I just decided to go for that. I think I'm just following a normal Lightning build order, so nothing crazy here. It's literally just going for the usual stuff that Lightning goes for. Hope for some good minor power draws and play as you normally would. So 2 presents on the top. We're gonna not play anything on the first turn, and then 2 presents from the bottom. I think the only thing that I am thinking about as far as strategy is just being happy with playing 3 card plays and just like destroying towns where available, instead of trying to go for the 4 card plays all the time. So Harbingers of Lightning, I think it's actually really useful in this matchup, mostly because you're able to generate just a little bit of fear with it, but also maneuvering Dahan around, and having that extra, I guess, Dahan synergy with maybe some defense. So finding a defense as a minor power would be really nice. So getting rid of 2 towns, I'm just letting the coastal wetlands ravage. There's not much I could do for that one. I think I would call this an unfortunate event draw. Usually the effect of not paying money or energy is not that great. So we're going to reclaim. Let's see what we get on our first card draw. Fire in the Sky is great. So generates fear, which we need, and it also adds a strife, which helps us have like a defensive option. So I could play 4 cards here. I just end up playing 4 cards because there's not really a reason not to. I could destroy a city, or I could try to go for or destroy the town in the other jungle to prevent a ravage. And Fire in the Sky really helps here, just with doing strife, and it also shows how Harbinger of Lightning could be really good with maneuvering Dahan around to counterattack. So here I choose to forget Raging Storm. I honestly don't know, or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not exactly sure what I need to, like, I guess I have to for each Sacred Site. So I have 3 Sacred Sites, so I need 6 energy, so I just discard. Like, I think if you don't do anything, you still have to do the repulse them option. I never fully understood how that event works, if I'm being honest. Reclaiming again. More minor powers. I do get to defend 5, which is really nice. But it is at 0 range, and I'm not really placing that much new presence that often. So I could play 3 cards and just be happy with that. Yeah, so I don't go for the 4 cards. Just because I want to place some more presence next turn. I do get a good amount of strife into this wetlands, so I'm kind of building up something when wetlands shows up. Mountains are ravaging, so it kind of is the only, wetlands is the only, oh, there's another strife here. So I am able to sort of save this wetlands when it comes up again. So let's see, I do want to, I'm not sure if I just, yeah, I guess I just reclaim. Sprawn with Words of Fire is great because it has the exact elements we need. And you can also play another card with it. But I don't have enough energy to play 4 cards and also include Shatter Homesteads. So I think I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Sands are ravaging, so I do want to get rid of this town at the very least. But wetlands are coming up, so I also, let me see, there's five towns, or five cities and towns in that wetlands. So another build will be 6. Yeah, so I end up just playing the 3 cards with Shatter Homesteads, and I think this is kind of what I was getting back to as far as like choosing to play 3 cards when possible instead of going for the 4, just because I don't think like destroying a city all the time is going to be as helpful as being able to place more presence sooner. All right, so I get Missionaries Arrive, which is also not great, but I can just discard 2 Sun cards, which is nice. Pushing up to 3. So pushing out of the wetlands is good because there's not 2 towns next to it, so it won't build, which is always nice. So I mean, I have a pretty clear board right now. It's just trying to get the fear or like destroying all the cities. So we'll see what happens. I do want to reclaim just because I don't have 3 card plays. Wetlands are ravaging, and then coastal lands are coming on top of that. So not the greatest series of card plays. Ideally, I would have gotten like I don't know, like a jungles after that. Just because my inlands are really clear. So Shatter Homesteads, Harbinger of Lightning. I guess Call to Bloodshed, just to have that extra damage. I think Fire in the Sky for sure, because we want to add another strife. And then I think I'm trying to figure out how to not let the wetlands blight. Because what's going to happen is it's going to ravage and then it's going to build again. So I really need to deal with this. With this wetlands. So I guess Fire in the Sky first. Thankfully, the city moves away because I accidentally placed 2 strife there. Pushing 2 Dahan there. And then the 2 damage will get rid of the 2 explorers, so it won't blight. So right now only 1 damage from 1 explorer is getting through. And I have 1 more air to make a slow power fast. I think I'm deciding whether to go for the mountains or the wetlands, so I decide for the mountains, which I think is probably the best option. Because I don't think I could save, I don't think I could save that wetlands like next turn. we'll see. So pushing Dahan further in, and wetlands are building and ravaging. So I think wetlands are kind of a lost cause here. Just trying to figure out how to mitigate other lands potentially. Don't get a great card draw. Potentially Land of Haunt and Shadows would be good, just for the elements. But I do end up going for the Gift of, what is it, Living Energy? Maybe just for the energy. I don't get. I don't get the tier 2 of my innate, unfortunately. And I think, yeah, it's just gonna blight either way. Like, even if I cleared it, the extra build from England would still blight it. I mean, I would have to like clear everything away. So I think I'm just trying to mitigate the other coastal lands and jungles specifically, because jungles has jungles is coming up twice. So I'm doing Call to Bloodshed to get rid of these 2 explorers, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to best deal with these lands. I think probably Call to Bloodshed, Fire in the Sky, and then my like the innate to get rid of that town. Could also just see you kill the town, potentially. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I would have done this the same way. As I did here, but who knows. I could pretty safely get rid of my presence more inland. Like, everything's just happening on the coast. And I'm using my innate as a slow action here. Jungles are ravaging next turn, which is fine. And then sands are building. So I have... Oh, I think I needed to destroy a town in there because coastal lands are building again. And there was already 6 towns and cities in there. So I needed to get rid of one of them. Going for 5 card plays. Can I get all of them in there? No. So going for 5 card plays here I don't think is the best option. So I would probably, like, even with the energy gain, so probably so I do reclaim in order to get Shattered Homesteads back. Lord of the Unknown is really good. Gift of Constancy gives you energy, which is also really good. But I do go for Lord of the Unknown. 0 cost gives you a fire and air. Alright, so wetlands I think I can not care about right now. Jungles are ravaging, I think that's fine. I really just need to kind of get, well, sands I need to get rid of, and then maybe just work on the mountains, or work on the wetlands a little bit. So I think I'm trying to get up to, I have a good amount of energy, so I could play I don't remember the name of the card that lets you play another card. Spur onwards with something. And that could get me to 5 card plays. I mean, Fire in the Sky is always good. I think I also want to play, yeah, Harbingers of Lightning is good. Gift of Living Energy is okay, but it's just like not. Well, I think the problem is that I don't have another water card in order to get the third tier of my innate. So it's just kind of. It's unfortunate that I don't have another water card. Lord of the Unknown isn't a bad card. I mean, we have 5 air now. Fire in the Sky, potentially for... So I definitely want to destroy a city, I think. I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's because coastal lands are building. Coastal lands are building, so I think either way jungles are going to blight, unfortunately. Because it's just going to build a town and then ravage. But maybe just to prevent a city. Fire in the Sky, to put a strife in sands. I guess sands are building, so I don't really need that right now. Yeah, jungles are gonna blight either way because I can't prevent this this build from the England build. And then Lord of the Unknown, I think, unfortunately, doesn't really do much anyway. So I do have 2 fear cards, which is nice. And thankfully, I am in Terror level 3, so the fear cards actually get a lot better. I do have 2 cities with strife in them, so I was able to deal 6 damage with that. And then just downgrading a city. 1 damage per Dahan. Unfortunately, doesn't really do that much if it's just 2 damage. So I think I could either have gathered into sands or mountains. Okay, so this is what I chose to do instead, is gather into the jungle and destroy that town with a counterattack. At this point, sands and mountains are ravaging. I do have 2 problem areas. Purifying Flame has it has fire and air. I could remove a blight, which is nice. I think I go back and look at the other options potentially. So I'm trying to. I think what I realize is I need a water card. So I think I go back and look at them and try to get something with water. And Poison Dew has both fire and water, so I end up picking that one. The reason is because I want the water to get the 3rd tier of my innate. But I don't have enough energy for Shatter Homesteads and also 5 card plays. Potentially. Yeah, so doing this way, I can get the tier 2 of my innate. And also generate some fear. Yeah, so this card gives me another way of playing 5 cards. So I do want something with fire and air. Potentially like Lightning's Boon. Yeah, because I want to play everything fast. So I could destroy 2 cities. And then destroy all explorers. I don't know if it's that great. I mean, I'm kind of just using it for the water. I don't think this is the best way of doing it because like everything is just going to blight anyways. I was working kind of on the wetlands, although I think, like just looking at the board the way it is, I think I'm going to have to use my innate on the mountains potentially, and then deal with the sands, because sands is going to be an issue. It's going to ravage and then this turn and next turn. So I'm gathering Dahan for a counterattack in the mountains. I think this was also like one of the first games I played during the day, so I wasn't like as on and wasn't expecting this to be like as good of a game as it ended up being. I feel like I'm gonna have to end up doing my innate on the mountains. We'll see if I end up actually doing that, because I definitely have to. Oh well, no, I don't. I think I should have just done my innate on the mountains instead of worrying about the wetlands, but who knows. And then I unfortunately have to push out these Dahan, so even with all that, the counterattack kind of fizzles. So I can add a strife here, which is actually really good. Add it to the town, and then 2 damage. I just put it on the city. Choose a land with or adjacent to Dahan. I get saved again by the fear card, so I get to make sure the sands doesn't ravage. Destroy that city. So now wetlands and sands are ravaging, and then wetlands shows up again. So this sands is not in a great position. Although I am in Terror 3, I wonder how much fear I have to generate. I do have 5 card plays. Let's see what I end up doing. I do try to play Raging Storm. It's such a bad card. It costs so much. So I can't play 5 card plays with Raging Storm, so I just reclaim, gain another minor power. Portents of Despair has a fear component to it, so I mean I check and I just need 2 fear. So I could literally play anything here. I just need to generate the 2 fear and that's it. I could just play Shatter Homesteads. Yeah, I think I still want to try to be as, I guess, accurate as I could be, but I could really like just play Shatter Homesteads and it'd be fine. Yeah, thanks for watching.